Hello. So today's episode is about is there a center of the universe? Let's start. What is at the center of the universe? It's an essential question that humans have been wondering about for centuries. But the journey toward an answer has been a strange one. If you wanted to know the answer to this question in the 3rd century BCE Greece, you might look up at the night sky and just what you see. That's what Aristotle derived to us back then. He thought that since we are Earth looking up, it must be at the center, right? For him, the sphere of the world was made of 4 elements: earth, water, air, and fire. These elements sit around the next set of the solid crystalline spheres. Each of the wandering stars, the planets, had own crystal sphere. The rest of the universe and all its stars was on the last crystal sphere. If you watch the sky change over time, you could see that this idea works fine at explaining the motion you saw. For centuries, this was central to how Europe and Islamic world saw the universe. But in 1543, a guy named Copernicus proposed a different model. He believed that the sun was at the center of the universe. This ridiculously new idea was hard for a lot of people to accept. After all, Aristotle's idea made sense with what they could see, and they were pretty familiar to humans. But a series of subsequent discoveries made the sun-centric model hard to ignore. First, Johannes Kepler pointed out that orbits are just perfect circle or sphere. Then, Galileo's telescope caught Jupiter's moon orbiting around Jupiter, totally ignoring Earth. And then, Newton proposed the theory of universal gravitation, demonstrating that all objects are pulling on each other. Eventually, we had to let go of the idea that we were at the center of the universe. Shortly after Copernicus, in the 1580s, an Italian flyer, Giordano Bruno, suggested the star was sun that likely had their own planets, that the universe was infinite. This idea didn't go well. Centuries later, the philosopher Rene Descartes proposed that the universe was a series of whirlpools, which he called vortices, and that a star was at the center of the whirlpool. In time, we realized there were far more stars than Aristotle ever dreamed. As astronomers like William Herschel got more and more advanced telescopes, it became clear that our sun is actually one of the many stars inside the Milky Way. And those much as we see in the night sky, there are other galaxies just as vast as our Milky Way hole. Maybe we are farther from the center than we are realize. Scientists, astronomers studying the nebulae wanted to figure out how they were moving. Based on the Doppler effect, they expected to see the blue shift for the objects moving towards us, and the red shift for ones moving away. But all they saw was a red shift. Everything was moving away from us fast. This observation is one of the pieces of the evidence for what we now call the Big Bang Theory. According to this theory, all matter in the universe was once in a singular, identified dense particle. In a sense, our pieces of the universe was once at the center, but this theory eliminates the whole idea of the center, since there can be a center to an infinite universe. The Big Bang wasn't just an explosion in space, it was an explosion of space. What this new discovery proves is that while our observations are limited, our ability to speculate and dream of what's out there isn't. What we think now, today, can change tomorrow. As with many of thinkers we just met, sometimes our wildest guesses lead to wonderful and humbling answers, and propel us towards even more perplexing questions. So, I'm done. and it was a good talk. There are 5 things that I succeed. First is studying hard. The second is washing the dishes. The third thing is making this vlog. The fourth is talking fluently. The fifth is wake up early. There are 5 things that I feel thankful for. The first is my family for give me love and food, and this helps for me to live. The second is life. I have a good day with my friends, with my relatives. The third is I still have everything I want. This room, computer, bicycle, television, all of them. The fifth is the money. I feel grateful for them because it helped me to have a better life. And the last is thank you, Jesus. You give me happiness. Okay, and this vlog.